Good morning. Look at my hair. Wow. Time for a haircut. Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to Hobby Evolution. We're getting close to episode 900. We're at 891 today. It's a free for all Friday. We've got a lot going on. We're going to play Name That Player. I got a little coffee talk. I want to share my thoughts on my new method of drinking coffee this week that I started this week. I bought a tool yesterday. I don't think I've ever bought a tool before. What else? Columbia Hobby just sent over an awesome email. They've got a wholesale sale. So if you are a wholesale member, am I frozen? No, I'm not. If you have a wholesale account with Columbia Hobby, check your email because they have a big it's Memorial Day weekend. So they have a big Memorial Day weekend sale going on. Okay, I can't remember if Columbia Hobby is one of the I don't know. I don't know if I think I have a different password for this. Oh, I hate finding passwords. Okay, we'll see. Incorrect. I know it's the correct email. Try this one. Not that one. Because I want to see what the pricing is. Got it. Okay. So this says, welcome to the Columbia Hobby. Okay. 10% off discount through Black Friday. Oh, wow. That's a long sale. Let's see. Let's go to top loaders because I do need to put an order in. What's really great about this wholesale Columbia Hobby wholesale sale is that it's free shipping, which normally you get free shipping on anything except for cardboard. This weekend, you even get free shipping on cardboard. So normally I just don't buy boxes because it's too expensive. Okay, I'm in top loaders. So what's just a standard $70 for a case? So that's 7 cents. It's not that great of a deal. That's my wholesale. What if I go to columbiahobby.com as the peasant? You get 7%, and it's $80. So I'm thinking the wholesale discount's not that much. What's 7% on 80? I should know. I can do that. 560. So 80 minus 560 is 74. So it's like $4. Wholesale discount, $4.40. It's not that much. Let's see. What else? Where's the boxes? Card storage boxes. Where are we at? What's a good old 4-row gonna set me back? A bundle of 25, $68.50. What's the pricing on that? $68.50 divided by 25. $2.74. That's a hell of a deal on a 4-row. Okay. What's the old penny sleeve price? Card savers, because I think I do need to buy some new card savers. Card saver ones, $140, and I think that's about what I pay. That's about what, 7 cents per. 140 divided by 2,000. 7 cents, right on the dot. And what did I want to look up? Penny sleeves. That's got to be like on the homepage. There it is. Oh, wrong one. Soft sleeves. Okay. Standard 55. So that's really not much of a sale either. Half a penny. So, okay, Columbia Hobby. That's where people ask, like, where do you buy your penny sleeves, card savers, top loaders? Columbia Hobby typically has the best prices. Don't ask me about quality because I don't notice a difference on any of them. I think they're all the same. So Columbia Hobby's where I like to direct people, and I don't get like a kickback or anything. Like Card Dealer Pro, I get a kickback if you use the promo code CUBS, CUBS, and sign up for a paid subscription on Card Dealer Pro. You'll get 500 free scans. So check that out, cardealerpro.com. Sign up, use promo code CUBS, CUBS, and I get a small little kickback for that. Columbia Hobby, I don't get a kickback. Do they have an affiliate program? I should look into affiliate programs because I don't do any of that stuff. My feeling toward affiliate programs is I don't want to just get affiliate links and hey, go and shill for like everything. I only shill for the companies I use and believe in. Like Car Dealer Pro, love them. Fujitsu, love them. Columbia Hobby, love them. SGC, love them. But I don't get any kickbacks from those others. Fujitsu does hook me up with scanners though. And I get a kickback on Car Dealer Pro. Shane's in the house. What's up, Shane? David is here. What's up? Todd, good morning. Raphael is here. Donald, good morning. Scotty Dubs in the house. I forgot my I always have to, in the middle of the show, go pick up my scoreboard. We're going to play Name That Player. I think we're going to do football this morning. Mix it up. Raphael says best hobby and non-hobby talk. There's probably more non-hobby talk on Hobby Evolution. That's how we've evolved. We've evolved into not even talking about the hobby anymore. Good morning, Mark Marinello. Zach wants to know my social security number. Maybe that is your password. It helps to say it out loud while typing. Alex, good morning. Damn, foxes are picking off my chickens one by one. Oh, that's not good. Dan in the house. Good morning. All my best advice is always hit the like button while the commercials are loading up. Hey, that's great advice. Love it. Alex says the kill count 9. Foxes 9. Alex 1. Oh no. Ed is here. What's up, Ed? Steve Ains, comedy in the house. George is here. John says, how much is shipping? I don't know if that's meant for Columbia Hobby. Shipping is free. The wholesale on, that's a good point though, John, on for the peons, the peasants, the retail, Columbia Hobby is you do have to buy, I think, $200 worth of supplies. Yes, free shipping on $200, which I know there's others you have to spend like $1,000 to get that free shipping on supplies. So Columbia Hobby retail, spend $200, get free shipping. Wholesale is all baked in. So I think that's why the wholesale discount's not it's like $5 on so what is that? What that might be 10%. So that's kind of a small wholesale discount. But normally I don't even know what shipping is on the cardboard boxes because it's probably more than I want to pay because I can buy them from like dealers that get free shipping from other supply companies that I will not name because I don't like them anymore. Like Paul, you may know him as Baseball Card Haven on Twitter. Awesome dude, sets up every month at my card show. He'll be at the Madison Card Show tomorrow. Come see Paul. He always has a lot of great supplies. In fact, a couple months ago, he had a bunch of 4-row boxes, and I'm like, whatever you charge for these, just give me $80 worth, and your tables are taken care of. So I got 25. So they're $4. I got 25 4-row boxes from Paul. Madison Card Shows tomorrow, 9 to 3, Sheraton Hotel, John Nolan Drive, 125 tables, sold out show. Walk across the street, walk right across John Nolan Drive, and you can go to Bratfest, which starts today. I think their grills are up now. I think they like people take brats to work in the morning. Like you can go to Bratfest. I think they even do a drive-through like on Friday morning if you're in Madison. So Bratfest is going on. I think the live music starts later today. Tonight, Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses is on stage. After the Madison Card Show tomorrow, stick around for Bratfest. Have a brat, have a beer, and listen to Slaughter. I think Saving Abel's on the stage tonight too. If you're into modern rock, they're awesome. So that's Bratfest this weekend, Madison. across the street, John Nolan Drive, Sheraton Hotel, Madison Card Show tomorrow. Card Hobbyist says, that sucks, Alex. My neighbor has chickens, and every predator in my area can be found nearby. Cats, foxes, hawks, snakes, coyotes. You call them coyotes or coyotes? Growing up, I called them coyotes. Now I call them coyotes. And there's a distinct difference. So the hockey team in Arizona, they call them Coyotes. They are the Phoenix Coyotes or the Arizona Coyotes, whatever they are now. But in South Dakota, they are the Coyotes. The University of South Dakota Coyotes. And they actually, in their game notes for broadcasters, they spell that out. In fact, they say, at least when I was working in college athletics, they spelled out, the hockey team are the Coyotes, we are the Coyotes. There is a difference in pronunciation. So there you go. Ed says, Columbia Hobby is my honey hole. I love them. Great prices, super fast shipping. I think my last order I placed on a Monday, and my supplies were on my doorstep on Thursday. MD Sports Cards, what brand were the plastics and boxes? From Columbia? Where am I at? Cardboard Gold. Cardboard Gold. That's typically what they sell at Columbia. Mostly all card. I think it's all Cardboard Gold. And that's what I buy because it's the cheapest, and I don't see a difference. I mean, I'm like pulling sleeves, sleeving cards, putting them in card savers, and shipping them out. That's basically, and for my personal collection, I don't care either. So I know some people care. That's okay. I don't. Red Light says I'm late. I am late. I was 15 minutes late this morning, maybe more. I slept in a bit. My computer slept in a bit. And so that just, that compounded the tardiness this morning. Casey's Pizza. Love them. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Woo-hoo. I'm thinking about Casey's breakfast pizza right now. Oh, baby. George says you're going to have to start your shows. Oh, shoot. Where are we at? You're going to have to start your shows. Where are we at? Where's George? Where's George? There he is. You're going to have to start your shows soon with today's episode is sponsored by. You need a coffee affiliate. Yes. Yes, I do need a coffee affiliate. I'm still on, I think, Dunkin' this morning. Speaking of coffee, now that you mentioned coffee, I'm going to talk about coffee for a second. So somebody suggested, because my coffee goes cold, like I'll drink this cup, but the coffee goes so cold in these cups. And I drink, like I have to drink it fast because it goes cold fast. But then I'm like, why don't I just get a freaking mug? Why don't I drink it out of this? I'm like, I'm an idiot. It's taken me 889 episodes to figure this out. And then somebody said, but the first day I did it, I had to wait like 20 minutes because it was so damn hot. Somebody suggested in the chat, why don't you have your cup? Drink out of your cup. By the time you're finished with your cup, you can start drinking the coffee out of your mug. I'm like, that's freaking genius. So that's what I've done the last couple days. And it's worked perfectly. It's worked swimmingly. And so I found myself, when I drink out of the mug, drinking less coffee because it keeps it so hot that I just sip on it throughout the morning. But there comes a time I stop drinking coffee. Usually it's about like 10:30. If I wake up at a normal time, which for me is 5:30, 6 o'clock, usually have my first cup around 7. So by 10:30, I'm coffeeed out. So there's still like one day there was like half a pot still. Usually I drink a pot because I have to drink it. So like it's already cold, not cold, but I could chug this. It was hot off the pot. And 15 minutes later, I could chug it. It's so maybe it is lukewarm, but I could chug that cup of coffee. And so I drink more coffee because I have to drink it fast. Now I'm sipping it in a slow sip. It's like, it's 10:30. I'm going to start drinking water now. I'm not an all-day coffee drinker. There are some people out there that are all-day coffee drinkers. I am not an all-day coffee drinker. I used to be. there have been times in my life where I have been an all-day coffee drinker. I feel growing up, my parents were like, they weren't all-day coffee drinkers, but they would come home from work 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and probably more so in the winter than in the summer. But they would put a pot of coffee on at like 4 o'clock. And I think maybe it's like an older generation thing, because I know, and I think we've maybe even talked about this in the chat about having a pot of always. There was always a pot of coffee in my house growing up. Not me, but I think somebody has said that in the chat. Not really in my case, but I do distinctly remember my parents putting on a pot of coffee. Oh, you want another pot at like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Like, geez, hey, slow down on that coffee. Come on. I've been in that place before. When I worked in college athletics, I don't know how the hell I was like 29, so I had that youthful exuberance. But I'd quit radio to go back to school full time. So I was in business school full time. I moonlit at a newspaper, working as a sports writer. I traveled with the football and men's basketball teams. And then I also had some office hours in the athletics department, all while putting in 12 to 16 credit hours in business school. So I would wake up first thing in the morning. I'd go to a 8 a.m. class. I'd go to the office in the athletics department. I'd go to like an 11 o'clock class. I'd go back, do afternoon office hours, back to another class. And then I'd go to the newspaper and I'd work 4 or 5 hours at the newspaper. And then I would come home at like 10 o'clock and do homework for another 3 to 4 hours. And I would stay up until 1 or 2 a.m. doing homework. And so I, for a brief time, for about 6 months, I had a roommate who worked in IT, Misa. And Misa was from, I think, Iran. And he had a lot of humor. He was one of the funniest dudes I've ever known. One of the first days that that he lived with me, he like walks into the kitchen wearing a t-shirt that says, "I am not a terrorist." And so I think that self-deprecating humor, while sad that they have shirts that say that, for him to find the humor in it was humorous. Anyway, so he worked in IT, and he would work like 24 hours a day, but he'd like in spurts. He'd work 3 hours and then take just all around the clock. So we would I'm like, dude, it's like 10 o'clock. I've still got like 4 hours of homework to do. Let's go get some coffee. And so we drink coffee. And like in that stage of my life, when I worked in college athletics, worked at the newspaper, went to school full time, I was drinking coffee around the clock. I'm glad I'm not in that place anymore to where I have to drink coffee around the clock and get 4 hours of sleep and stress about school and work. Those were the days. But I was also, I had youth on my side back then. Where we at? John says wire racks, don't love them. So that'll go into my next talking point. Wire racks. I've been talking about, I need to get the wire racks, these things. I've got 3 of them at the new house, and I need to get them, I need to get the shelves to where I can put boxes. So I have just enough room to reach in, but I don't have all of this space, a waste of space. So yesterday I decided I'm going to take it easy. I'm not going to sit remember my back hurt yesterday. I moved around a lot yesterday. I wasn't just sitting and shipping all day. So I decided, okay, I'm going to ship in the morning. I had to take Biscuit to get groomed. She's pretty. She smells nice. So I dropped Biscuit off at the groomer. And then I decided the afternoon I'm going to run some errands, and I'm going to tackle this damn wire rack shelf and try to get these. And I'm like, this will be simple. So I went to now my initial thought was I'm going to go to Menards and get a rubber mallet. Remember, I have a hammer and 2 screwdrivers, a Phillips and a flathead. Those were given to me. I'm pretty sure my dad gave them to me and said, if it requires any other tools, just call me. I don't trust you to take on any jobs that require more than a hammer and a screwdriver. I don't think I've ever bought a tool. It's like I have what I need, what I know that I can use. If it requires anything else, I call somebody. I know my limits. So I don't have a rubber mallet. Why would I need a rubber mallet? Well, now I need a rubber mallet for my baseball cards. So I'm like, I'm not going to go to Menards. I'm going to go to Walmart. Why would I go to Walmart? Well, because I want to see if they have any new Topps Heritage Blasters. Came out this week. So why go to Menards when I can go to Walmart and multitask? Why make 2 trips when I can make 1? I'm sure Walmart sells rubber mallets. They do. I'm surprised at how cheap a rubber mallet is. And then I thought about it because it was like $3, and after tax, it was like $3.84. Like, that's damn cheap. I think that's where we're at now. We're just blinded by, we are blinded by inflation. And so like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, if you would have bought a rubber mallet, all it is a piece of wood and a hard piece of rubber. 20 years ago, I can hear my dad's voice. $3.84 for a G-damn rubber mallet. That's ridiculous. It should be 75 cents. I think that's where we're just accustomed to high prices, and anything that's under $5, we think it's a deal. Less than 5, doesn't matter what it is. A stick of gum, hey, it's only $4.99. That's a damn good deal. So $3.84 for a rubber mallet. I found that to be, and I don't know what prices of tools are or what historically they have been. Maybe 5 years ago, maybe pre-pandemic, a rubber mallet was 99 cents. I don't know. But they're $3.84. I feel that's a good deal. Maybe those that use tools think that's ridiculous. I thought it was a good deal. So I got the rubber mallet. I went over to the new house. I started, so the shelves are put together. And so I'm pounding. Damn. And so they're so wide. So you get them pounded. That's what she said. And then the other side, so this side lifts up, this side drops down and tightens up. So you go over here, boom, 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 boom. And then this side drops down. It's like, so the top, I was like pulling my hair out. That's why I'm having a bad hair day. And how in the hell? So I put it on its side, still was struggling, back up top. So it's a pain in the ass. But the lower I got, the easier it became. So I finally got off. I was like, after the first shelf, I'm like, screw this. I'm going home. I'm just going to call somebody and have them do this. So I got all the shelves off the first one. Then, and I actually brought an empty Monster box with me to see. That was smart of me. I was thinking, and I actually, the first shelf I put in too low, like once I got it set up. But it's like a 2-person job to put these damn shelves together. Or at least 2 people that halfway know what they're doing, not just one person that has no clue what he's doing, me. So it might be a phone a friend type of, hey, I've got a 6-pack and help me put these shelves together. Might be one of those. Don't love those wire racks. George says videos as well. Good morning. Michael Renicky is in the house. I think I'll be seeing Michael tomorrow at the Madison Card Show on John Nolan Drive at the Sheraton Hotel. John says, I was just about to type shipping for the little people. There you go. Spend $200 at Columbia Hobby, free shipping. Flipping Sports Guy, how do you get wholesale at Columbia Hobby? I don't see an option, but regardless, $200 for free shipping is super easy. It is. I reached out on LinkedIn. I think if you send them an email, you can get that. So it's the same as any other wholesale. Just supply your tax stuff, and they'll hook you up. In fact, I did it. It was when I was bitching about the other company, and I'm like, you know what? And I just went to LinkedIn, and I think it's the president of the company, and I'm like, I'm just going straight to the top, and he was like super helpful. And I asked the most relevant question because at the time, the other company no longer ships to residential addresses. So my most important question was, I work out of my home. It's a residential address. Does that matter? Do you still ship to? He's like, yeah, absolutely. So the other company did for a while, and then all of a sudden they're like, nope, they canceled my order. And they're like, you have to change your shipping address. And I'm like, that is my ship. I don't have another one to change it to. That's my shipping address. That's where you've sent supplies for the last year and a half. So screw off, other supply company. So if you could probably just email I don't know if I'm signed in. I'm probably not signed into LinkedIn on my computer here. So let's see. If you're on LinkedIn, Columbia, I think his name's, is it Steve? Columbia Hobby. Oh, shoot. I don't know. But I think if you email, shoot an email and they'll hook you up. They do have a wholesale. And you're right. I don't think they advertise it on their website. But they do offer it. And I think somebody mentioned it possibly on the chat. So I'm like, well, I'll check it out. So yeah. But also, yeah, $200 is super easy. There's a small discount, like I showed, like the top loaders, it's like $5 less. But hey, $5 adds up, and it's, no sweat off my back. Bell Ring a Card says, how do you sign up for wholesale at Columbia Hobby? Let's see. I just got to your comment late. So there you go. I just explained that. Cooter says, good morning. You need to come up with a 1 million Cubs mug to use in the match, and many of us would like one for our morning couch as well. That's a good idea. I do need some marketing stuff. You know what? A Hobby Evolution mug. That would be fun. Life hack. Shipping is never free. If it is free shipping, then it is freight inclusive pricing. You're exactly right. Shipping is always somewhere and never free. It's baked in, baby. $1.50 cards. They're not $1.50 cards. They're like 75-cent cards, but I have to pay for shipping. It's baked in. And guess what? If we continue to see stamp increases, they're no longer going to be $1.50 free shipping. It's going to be $1.60 free shipping. Zach nailed it. There is no such thing as free shipping. It's just baked in. Paul Heath, good morning. Terry in the house. Cooter says, Zach, come on, man. Next, you will tell me they charge me interest in my interest-free low monthly payment. Andy Mack is here. Card supplier drama. Please fill us in who pissed Bo off. It's one of the major suppliers. They really pissed me off. That was a soapbox. I was using them consistently for a year and a half, and then all of a sudden I put one of my orders in order like all of the others, and it got canceled. And I reached out. I said, hey, why did this get canceled? And they said, oh, we don't ship to residential addresses. Well, in the last year and a half you have. Nothing's changed on my end. And I went to their website. There was no language on their website at that point in time. Guess what? By that evening, there was now language on that particular supplier's website that said, we only ship to commercial addresses. So I said, completely cancel my order, and I am going to do my business elsewhere, which I did. I signed up for a wholesale account with Columbia Hobby, and The first thing I asked was, will you ship to a residential address? They said, absolutely. I said, sign me up. And here we go. Great question, Shane. Unfortunately, yes. It is only a one-time thing. It's every Memorial Day weekend. Bratfest. Here's I want to be transparent. I talk up Bratfest. I talk it up a lot. And guess what? I've only been once. I've only been to Bratfest once, and it wasn't. And even though I'm at the Madison Card Show the last 2 years, this might be the third. I think this is, 20. I had a May card show that was Memorial Day weekend in 2021. So this will be the third year in a row that I've had the Madison Card Show on the same weekend as Bratfest, and I will not be going. I don't plan on attending Bratfest this year. The only time I went was, back in like 2015, maybe. My wife and I were downtown on Willie Street. It's very crunchy granola down there. We were at one of the Willie Street restaurants, and we were driving back, and we were cruising down John Nolan Drive, and it's Bratfest. And I'm like, I look up the acts that were playing, and Everclear was on stage, and I'm like, hey, let's stop into Bratfest. I think it was Everclear. It was one of those 90s bands. So we went in and watched Everclear, about 3 or 4 songs. And my wife was, she was not having it. She's like, okay, it's time to go. Yes, dear. That's the only time I've been to Bratfest. Let's see. You know where you are? You're in the Bratfest, baby. You're gonna die. I had actually, and here's the ironic thing, I had brats for dinner last night. My wife had some showings. Like, are you going to be home for dinner? She's like, it's going to be close. I'm like, okay, I'll just dinner on my own. And I was at the store yesterday, and I picked up some brats. I don't boil my brats in beer anymore. I just buy beer brats. But that was like a thing growing up. We boiled, and it was like in the nastiest, cheapest beer, like Old Milwaukee Light. That was the flavor of beer brats at my house. Now I just like, okay, I'm just going to buy a beer brat. I'm just going to slap it on the grill. No boiling. How do you brat? You know, I do miss the old boiling in beer days, though. Maybe next time I'll do that. But I just had a couple beer brats. I should have waited a day and got some Bratfest brats. I'm sure they're probably the exact same. Max will be at the Madison Card Show. Excellent. You skipped on me last month. Terry McDaniel's in the house. John says humans are at the top of the food chain and eat more chicken than any other species. Let's see. Zach says, Cooter, it is true. All of it. It's the Blue Tape Mafia that controls the Bilderberg Group and runs the Fed. Uncle Rich is here, ready for the Name That Card. George says both are wrong. It's a KTOT. Coyote, KTOT, or KTOT. Pronunciation on coyote is however the hell you want to say it. I mix it up. I grew up saying coyote. But now I sometimes it's coyote, sometimes it's coyote. Where are we at? Where are we at? Skip too far ahead. Skip too far ahead. Skip too far ahead. Too far. Where the hell are we? Oh, baby. Way too far ahead. Oh, there we are. Okay. Cooter says, we're making brat pitas with pita bread. Holds more kraut and onions and stays together better than a bun. That was my fatal flaw yesterday. I did not have sauerkraut. In fact, I was in the checkout line. And I realized I forgot to get sauerkraut. When I went to the Beloit, I wanted to say Snappers. They're no longer the Snappers. They're the Sky Carp. When I went to the South Bend Cubs Beloit Sky Carp game last week, that's like my ballpark. I get a brat at the ballpark. They didn't have sauerkraut. What? This is Wisconsin. You've got to put kraut on your brat. I don't understand it. And then here I am in the checkout line. I'd already put all my groceries on the belt. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I forgot the sauerkraut. And I'm like, okay. Cool. The ciders are going to be on the job site. They weren't there yesterday. And I'm like, I'll just go back this afternoon. Like, I'll just come back later and get the sauerkraut. And then as it was approaching dinner time and grill time, I realized I forgot the sauerkraut. I'm not going to make an extra trip. So it was ketchup only on the brats. I don't like mustard on brats. For some reason, for me at least, mustard on a brat just, like, I'll do it on a hot dog. I think maybe like a hot dog, you have to dress it up. Like Chicagoans, I love Chicago, but they're very picky about their dogs and they have to load it up with all kinds of shit. That means the food sucks. If you have to put every condiment in the kitchen onto a piece of meat, that means the meat sucks. If you have a great piece of steak, what do you put on it? Nothing, because the meat is delicious. The meat's not delicious and it sucks. You have to put ketchup and mustard and relish and onions and pickles and peppers. That means the meat sucks. No ketchup on a hot dog. Screw off. I'll put ketchup on my hot dog if I want to. So I just had ketchup on my brat. Mustard on a brat. I don't like it. I don't know. Do you put mustard on your brat? I don't know. I love sauerkraut on a brat, but I just didn't feel like driving to go get sauerkraut. Okay, I'm done with the cup. Now we move on to the mug. Cardboard Gold having web issues today. Interesting. Columbia Hobbies up and running. I think, and sometimes, and here's a little tip, sometimes the Columbia Hobby prices and the Cardboard Gold prices, sometimes Cardboard Gold is a little cheaper, but Columbia Hobby retail, there is a 7% off code, so keep that in mind. Alex says there's coy dogs, which are coyotes. I said coyotes this time, mixed with domestic dogs. My neighbor's German Shepherd was killed 3 months ago by a pack of coyotes. Jesus. We have coyotes here, but they're not like, I don't think we've had like packs of coyotes attack dogs, but we do get coyotes. Coyotes are like, they're like weird animals, man. They're like so skittish. They're like a pack of coyotes, and they're like kings of the castle, and they'll attack your dog. But a single coyote's a Pussy. He's skittish and scared. You say boo, and a single coyote will go off running like a little biatch. But they get together, and they think they're all tough. Frickin' coyotes. Ziggy No in the house. What's happening? Alex, good morning. Hardest working man in the hobby. You deserve the sleep. Thank you. Slept in a little bit this morning. Red Light 34 is having some Casey's pizza. What's your flavor? I can't, like, I wish they don't sell it anymore. Casey's doesn't sell the barbecue chicken anymore, or I think it's just the barbecue. They used to have a barbecue beef, not chicken. They used to have a barbecue beef pizza, which was amazing. Oh my God, I'd eat the shit out of that. Now it's like barbecue chicken. It's got onions and all kinds of other shit that I don't want. Their barbecue chicken now, their barbecue pizza now is not like it used to be. Bring back the barbecue pizza, Casey's. Come on. But their breakfast pizza, I don't like. They have two kinds of breakfast pizza. They have like the sausage and egg pizza, which is my jam. It's delicious. And then they also have the there's bacon on it. I don't like that one. I don't like bacon in the morning. And I know that's a sin, but I don't like bacon in the morning. I'll eat bacon on a burger at night, but bacon in the morning, I don't like orange juice in the morning either. I don't really like orange juice any time of day, but especially in the morning. Casey's Pizza Night. Enjoy. Love me some Casey's Pizza. Andy Mack says, do you sleeve all, some, none of your listed and stored inventory? For the most part, none. If it's basically, if I'm running it through the Fujitsu, it's not sleeved because I don't sleeve through the scanner. But if it's like a Bowman Chrome Auto, it's going to be sleeved, and depending on value, it's going to be top loaded as well. Max says $8.91 and counting to figure out bulk labels. I think of you every time I print multiple labels, and how I've tried it multiple times. I've said my piece with bulk labels. I'm way faster at not doing bulk labels. Max is right. The only word that should be pronounced one way is especially. There is no especially. I'm saying this publicly because I'm afraid to confront my wife about her pronunciation. I had a coworker long ago that put an X in everything. Let's see. Steve Ains Comedy. Bo, you need to sell 1 million Cubs coffee cups, t-shirts, and canned coolies. Branding. I like it. Card Hobbyist says, just don't buy a single box of 200 card savers from Columbia. It'll double price. It's double the price per box than if you buy a case. Absolutely, yeah. And that's my suggestion on anything. Buy a case. And I know some people don't need 10,000 penny sleeves, but eventually you might. It's like toilet supply. Card supplies is like toilet paper. Like, just go to Costco and buy a gigantic thing of toilet paper because you're gonna use it. Everybody poops. You're gonna use the toilet paper. Max says, John, I think that's the most egregious and the one that bothers me most. The one that bothers me most is crick. It's not a crick, it's a creek. You get a crick in your neck, you go skip rocks in a creek. My mom says crick. She also says sometimes warsh. That might drive me crazier than crick, creek, and especially the washing machine. George Washington. Let's see. Shane says, I sleeve every card, whether it's storage and not on eBay or base cards. I'm not putting on eBay because I don't have a Fujitsu, but every card I have is sleeved. Brian Wolf in the house. Zach says, Bo, your parents were saints based solely on this show's confessions. Yes, they put up. I've mentioned it many times. I was a shithead growing up. John says, this is where Bo tells us about his cocaine addiction. I've never had that. Kyle, good morning. The terrorist t-shirt story went over my head. Good morning, Tigers 727. Max says the problem with the shirt is that it's going to piss the people off that would call him that. That's a very good point. Reppin' Rajon Rondo. Good morning to you. I believe the IT guy was someone of Middle Eastern descent. I guess you had to be there. Yeah, he was from Iran. Tigers took game 1 in the battle of below mediocre baseball. Reppin' Rajon says, waste of space. That's the pet name my wife calls me by. Hint, buy more, toss the poles, and use the racks. Hint, buy more, toss the poles, and use the racks. Yes, and that's the plan. I'm gonna buy more and just basically use the racks. Rich says, Bo has a hammer. He'll hammer in the morning. He'll hammer in the evening all over this land. Send the poles to Uncle Rich. I kid. Mrs. Cooter regularly adjusts our wire racks. Just saying. Really? For some reason, I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. Herman, good morning. He'll hammer in the good times. He'll hammer in the bad times. Let's see. What year's design is this year's Heritage? 1974. Yes, it is. My dad used to tell me that I would F up a steel beam with a rubber mallet when I was a kid. Might want to wear safety glasses for when your $4 rubber mallet comes flying off. Hey, that's a good point. I did notice there were rubber mallets that were like $10. And I'm like, what? Why buy a $10 mallet when I can buy a $4 mallet? Well, that's probably why. When the $4 rubber mallet comes flying off, especially when I get pissed off and I'm this goddamn wire bracket. A snap-on mallet is probably 100 plus. Wow. See, I don't know tools. You got to slowly tap each corner while pushing up with the other hand. I'll try that. It's a 2.5 bow job. It's only one of me, though. Tony in the house. Good morning to you. Ready for the 3-day weekend. Shane says, I have a mini mallet. Took it after I quit my job at the paint store many years ago. It's somewhere. I was the only one who ever used it, so we all thought it would be fitting if I took it with me. Now I need more inventory so I can get a wire rack. There you go. Joe Webster in the house. What's happening? Zach says the president of that wire rack company better shut down his LinkedIn page if he wants a work-free Memorial Day weekend. Zach says, I suppose I should say his or her in order not to offend. Bargain Boxer in the house. What's up? I love those wire racks. I probably have put 100 of those together. I worked in chemistry at the U of I, and the best part about them is that they are on wheels and you can move them anywhere. Yes. So these wire racks, I did not apply the wheels. I think they call them casters. I did not put them on because I'm like, I'm never going to move them. And that's true. But in the new space, wheels will help. So I'll probably put these shelves in my eBay storeroom. But the new ones I buy, I'll apply the casters and use those. Terry said, I missed yesterday's show, was out in the garage installing a new door opener. The old one decided to stop working last winter. Look at you bragging about your handiness. What happens when our garage stops working? We call the garage door company because I wouldn't know what the hell to do. I can't tell you how many morons on Twitter think there's a difference between a $2 free ship card and $1 plus $1 shipping card. It annoys me to no end when there's a difference between if there's a $6 free shipping card and a $1 card with $5 shipping. And there's always going to be somebody that complains, I paid $5 shipping for this and it came in a PWE, but there's the same exact card that has $6 free shipping. If that showed up in a plain white envelope, there'd be that's why I do free shipping, so I don't have to deal with that. But you're exactly right. Today's episode is sponsored by Bratfest. If you're not a crunchy granola, stop by Bratfest for a brew and a brat, right? That is a little bit a bit ironic. Okay, where are we at? Let's see. We're gonna play Name That Player this morning. Where are we at? We got a lot going on in the chat today. Very nice. Okay, here we are. Bo is 40 minutes behind in the chat. He has no Saturday show. Name That Player will air around 5 p.m., right? It does appear I'm way behind in the chat. Andy Mack saw Everclear at Woodstock 99. They were pretty fun. That's the only time I ever crowd surfed. I'm 6'3" and was about 280 at the time. Woo! I've never crowd surfed. I've never moshed. I'm an old soul. Like, I'd like a seat, please. I don't want to stand for the music. Cooter says always boil. Otherwise, you have to overcook the outside in order to make sure the inside is done. Not boiling is okay if you like dry, overcooked brats. Okay, I did not know that. Some meat you don't want to boil. But I'm sure because of probably because of the casing is different. Okay, next time I'll boil in beer. What do you boil your brats in? What type of beer? I'd have to go. Do they even make Old Milwaukee Light anymore? Or is that a woke beer? Is that a woke beer? We don't want that woke beer. What the hell is wrong with our country? Woke beer. I won't get on that soapbox this morning. I think I've been on that soapbox enough. Is it too far ahead or are you too far behind? Ooh, great question. I'm about to bratwurst my pants with all this Bratfest talk. Too many wings and crap watching Heat and Panthers this week. Stomach not happy. Wings, man, they tear my stomach apart. That is why you grill it for a few minutes on both sides and then out them on top of the rack of the grill. And the heat cooks the inside. Yeah, last night I didn't do that. Last night I just tossed them on the grill and drank a beer. But I have done that. I'll, 2 minutes on this side, 2 minutes on that side, 2 minutes on this side, 2 minutes on that side. Bo just got a text from Cardi the Pro. He missed the 7:45 stop set. Ooh, little radio lingo. I like it. John says, I'm imagining the Cooters all standing around the brat pot in their Crocs watching the brats being boiled to perfection. Pajama pants, too. Cool Cards Ted from Collects made for his kids' base. Yes. Yeah. Check out Collects on Twitter. So Ted gifted me one of those one-of-one cards. And the company is called, I think it's One-of-One Cards. Really cool. Gifted me one when I was down at Collecticon. And he made those cards for his son's Little League team. One of his son's teammates is the son of Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni. And he was there. So they also made a card for Coach Sirianni. And so that video is up on, I know it's on Twitter, probably all of their socials. So check it out. Pretty cool. Columbia Hobby just discovered Google Maps and are suspending his account. Flipping Sports Guy, I say all the time, if people have to use hot sauce every time they eat, it means they didn't season their food. Dollar Box in the house agrees. Condiments are simply a cover-up. That's yes, absolutely. Some people like condoms on their meat. It prevents accidents. Hot dog is a vehicle for condiments. Yes, you're just simply eating all of the other crap. The missus and I had an annual party that we served brats to 400 plus people. Jesus. Boiled in beer the night before, stored in Ziplocs with beer overnight in the fridge. Best brats ever. That sounds amazing. I want to try that. Not with 400, maybe with 4. That sounds good. Mustard and onions is best on a brat. Ew, I don't like mustard. Ew. I don't like mustard on a brat. Let's see. Dad and I just talked about this in the car yesterday. The only thing that belongs on a steak is melted butter or au jus. Yeah, I don't put anything on my steak. But yeah, maybe a little pat of butter. Nothing on a steak. Just season it just right, and you don't need anything. Like there is A1. If you put A1 on your steak, why even waste your money on a steak? A1. Blech. You're just ruining a steak by putting that crap on your steak. Shane says ketchup is so gross. I can't stand the taste or the smell, and it overpowers anything you put on it. It's all you taste. I disagree. I like ketchup. Love me some ketchup. I don't really put ketchup on much. I put it on a burger. Put it on a hot dog. I put it on a brat. Put it on French fries. That's kind of the extent. Let's see. Uncle Rich says Bo needs to get into merch. Box 13 wannabes, 1 million Cubs mugs. There's the box 13. I sold quite a few cards out of box 13 yesterday. Spicy mustard and kraut is all I put on a bratwurst. Interesting. I just don't, for some reason, I don't like that combination. I put mustard on hot dogs. I like mustard. I put mustard on hot dogs, but on a brat, it just doesn't taste right. To me. Trader Joe's just came out with ketchup spice. My kids won't try it. Smells like the real thing. Wolf population being a protected species have pushed the coyotes south, and they're attacking small animals left outside in southern Wisconsin. I read this in Boy's Life. Don't at me. Horseradish brat mustard is a must. For the Indy 500, we do kraut, grilled white onions, red, yellow, and green bell peppers for the colors of the race flags. That's cool. Is that this weekend? Is the Indy 500 this weekend? Is it Memorial Day? Or is it the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend? There's a hunt club in Michigan that pays $10 for coyote ears. They are considered rodents here and proves they are killed by hunters or getting hit by cars. Shane says the bacon pizza from Casey's sucks. Thank you. Usually when I say that, people like get up in arms. Bacon is a protected species. I don't understand why. Bacon's okay, but why do we put bacon on this pedestal of food? It's not that great. It's okay. It's bacon. It's okay. Orange juice, agreed. Orange juice is overrated. Unless you want some vitamin C, you get a boost of vitamin C with your orange juice. However, there's so much other shit that you can drink that has vitamin C in it. There's probably a beer with vitamin C. Vitamin C, they put vitamins in everything these days. Probably why we're dying at young ages. All this shit they put in our food that I'll still eat. do what I say, not do what I do. Complain about all the shit they put in our food, yet I eat it every day. Breakfast for dinner is always okay. Dinner for breakfast is not. Don't eat pizza in the morning. Oh, I love pizza in the morning. I love pizza in the morning. Sausage is the way to go. Mark Marinello, the only time I ever eat a hot dog is at a baseball game, no condiments. Funny, I put mustard on my pretzel. When in Philly, I have my cheesesteak with the works. You know, many times I'm that way with a hot dog. Sometimes it's like I don't want to deal with, like, I am one of the least picky eaters ever. And it's like, I'll get a hot dog. If there's like a line of people at the condiment station at a game, it's like, screw it. I'll just eat it as a hot dog. There's bread, there's meat. I'm good. I don't care. But if there's no line, I can just walk up and squirt the ketchup and mustard on. I'm good. And I rarely eat hot dogs anywhere else other than a baseball game. I don't buy hot dog. I don't eat hot dogs like at home. If I'm in the mood for something like that, I just get a brat. Like last night. So cheesesteak hoagie, Mark. John, cold pizza is delicious. Do you use a sleeve in the bedroom or do you go non-sleeved? Let's see. I just ran off a bunch of bulk labels. All I know is that I taste it for the next few days. Bo just answered a comment I typed in Wednesday's chat. Tracy says, good morning. Have a great weekend. You as well. Bo is pretty scared of having a kid, so I imagine he uses tape in the envelope, saving team bags for the bedroom protection. Hobby Evolution whiskey flask. That's one thing I wouldn't do. I've been in a couple weddings that our groomsman gift was a flask. And I think I actually threw them away because I don't drink. I drink beer. That's it. I don't do mixed drinks. I don't do shots. I hate whiskey. So it's like, don't need a flask. Everybody poops songs like a great children's book. Bo would get run out of Philly if he told someone it's a creek. So you say crick in Philly? I thought it was just a rural thing. Food talk, poop talk, pole dancing in the chat. Now this is a morning show. I also hate when people say Jai-alai. Yes, it's creek, not crick. A crick is what's in your neck. A creek is a body of water. Where we at? Hey, we are eventually going to play Name That Player. We've got just a fun, I said it was going to be a fun chat this morning. Let's see. Oh, went too far. Talking about the sucky bacon pizza from Casey's. It's a creek. Cooter says, turn the racks upside down to remove shelves. Gravity is your friend. That does make a lot of sense because then you're pounding down. That's what she said, instead of pounding up and they fall. That's genius. I am a dumbass. Cooter is all the wise. Let's see. Hall of Fame card collectors here. Good morning. I'm listing cards before going into work. Very nice. Shane says, is that listening to cars or listing cards? Tracy says, catching up on chat. I'm going to have to go buy some brats for this weekend. There you go. Let's see. They don't crowd surf at trivia night. No, not since the great crowd surfing bar trivia incident of 2017. Seems like boiling brats and Bud Light would be symbolic. Woke beer, 400. That sounds like a lot of beer was used. John says Lee. I'm gonna mispronounce this as well. Is it Lee and Perrins? Is the perfect accompaniment to any steak. A good French fry doesn't need ketchup. I would agree with that. I will agree with that. And I'm going to take that a step further. The Ketchup isn't even the best condiment for a French fry if you need a condiment. It's mayo. And I'm not talking Hellman's off the shelf. I'm talking a good aioli. That's what French fries were made to be dipped in mayo. And I don't understand. I know Cooter. Okay, so yeah, mayo's the best for French fries. Indy is this weekend. It's au jus in a bottle. Bacon equals American sushi. Bacon is meat candy. Bacon is not that great. Unsubscribing. It's not. I don't understand the worshiping of bacon. It's not that great. A1 originally was for spoiled meat for the poor, King George 1824. That makes a lot of sense. I just thumbs down this guy's ass. TMI. People in Philly think crick is a Philly thing. I got a flask as a gift. I don't go to enough Renaissance fairs to need a flask. I love saying this word, Worcestershire. Worcestershire. You got any Worcestershire? Worcestershire sauce was invented on accident. They tried to create a sauce they tried in India. It was gross, so they left the barrel in a basement, fermented for a few years. Bam, Worcestershire. Did an entire skit in high school about words I said wrong. Crick for creek was one of them. Mayo on French fries. Are you Canadian? Dude, mayo on French fries is amazing. Mayo on French fries is the best. Best condiment for French fries is buffalo sauce. Zach is out. Have a great weekend. And Madison Card Show for those who celebrate. On the merch front, can we get a Hobby Evolution prop mic? Yes. Yes. I suppose we're an hour in, and I was late. We should play Name That Player. Let's do football this morning. I didn't think I was ever going to catch up. Gravy on fries is okay. Let's do 93 tops football. 93 tops. I have 92. I think we've done that before. Let's get the scoreboard. Oh, I need more space. Okay. So, name that player. We've got Scotty Dubs in the lead. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 38 points for Scotty Dubs. Let's see. Then we've got 17, 19 points for Uncle Rich. 17 points for the Card Hobbyist. 11 points for Nick Budden. 9 points for Flawed Thinker. 9 points for Flipping Sports Guy. 8 points for Mookie Chilson. 4 for the Minneapolis Kid. 3 each for Terry McDaniel, Korean Cardboard, Michael Renicky, and 2 points for D Young Cards, Brian M. and Christian. 1 point for Boyhood Breaks, Sal Dougie, Travis Bogart, and Bink Scott. So that is our standings. Jay in the house. What's happening? Shane will drink gravy or au jus. Have a great weekend. Cooter is off to pre-clean the house for the cleaning ladies. We're going to play Name That Player 1993 Tops. We get a Tops gold card. Hey, if you send in a self-addressed stamped envelope, you can get a free Tops gold football card. 1 request per envelope. Each request must be mailed separately and received by March 31st, 1994. Washington and Vermont may omit return postage. How about that? That's a win for you guys. All right, 93 Tops football. Oh, we've got half and half here. Let's see. Let's get an envelope. Name that player football. Okay, you're naming the player because there's a bunch on this card, but you're naming the player of the man with the football of the New Orleans Saints. We've got Brett Favre on this card. New Orleans Saints. Actually, no, that's not Brett Favre. Not Craig Hayward. It is an offensive player. I said Brett Favre, but that's not Brett Favre on the photo. It's not Buck. It's not Hayward. It's not Jackson. This is a tough one. I don't think anybody's going to get this one. It's not Butts. That's a fun word to say, though. Marion Butts. No, not Dalton Hilliard. It is Smith, Uncle Rich. It is tight end, Irv Smith. Wow, I didn't think we were going to get that. And he's a rookie draft pick there. Where'd he go to school? I saw the 4 on the Saints jersey, and I thought that was the Packer helmet. Oh, Notre Dame guy. Okay, Uncle Rich. Where's my marker? Uncle Rich is at 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. Moving on. Is his son Irv Smith Jr.? Oh, I bet it is. Clayton Gordon in the house. Houston Oilers. My phone's blowing up this morning. Card Hobbyist is correct. Yes. Ernest Givens, Card Hobbyist, with point number 18. You are coming up on Rich. Is that right? Card Hobbyist, 5, 10, 50. Yeah, 18 points for Card Hobbyist. Okay, here we go. Cincy. Got a run on offensive players this morning. Let's see. Not Pickens. A lot of people think Pickens. Not Pickens. Not Riggs. There, now it's finally zoomed in. Okay. I'm going to wait a couple seconds, and then I'm going to give I don't need to give a hint. Michael got it. And I'm sure Michael would have got it if I would have gave the clue that he came to Cincinnati from Green Bay. Michael Renicky with Jeff Query. All right, Michael Renicky on the board, 4 points. Former Packer. Hey, speaking of the Cheeseheads, here we go. Now we get a Packer. Who's this guy? Michael, you going to get this one? Kind of a tough one. Not Tony Mandrich. Not Vianney. Michael, it's up to you, the Packer guy. Offensive lineman. Where'd he go to school? Tennessee. Flipping sports guy with the correct answer. Harry. Is it Galbraith? Harry Galbraith. So flipping sports guy is at 10. Okay, moving on to the Eagles. Eagles time. Okay, another offensive line. We had a run on skill positions. Now we have a run on linemen. There we go. Reenstra, not it. Not Runyon. Offensive lineman, Philadelphia Eagles. Alexander is correct. Flipping sports guy. David Alexander. Where'd he go to school? Tulsa. 11 for the flipping sports guy. Here, now we've got a good team. Now we've got a good team to guess on. Even as a Bears fan, I probably would not have correctly guessed this player. I would not have guessed this player. In fact, I probably would have guessed what Scott and Rich just guessed, Mark Bortz, which would be incorrect. Michael Renicky. Michael Renicky with the point on Troy Auzine. Yes. Big Harv disagrees on skill players. Michael Renicky, 5 points for Michael Renicky. Oh, here's a fun one. Here's a fun one. Okay, I think everybody's going to get this one. Okay, and you probably should get this one now that I look closer. All right, here we go. Who was the first one? Scotty Dubs, the fastest fingers. It is Rick Meyer. Rick Meyer, another Notre Dame guy. Put him up there. Scotty Dubs. First point today for Scotty Dubs. Oh, we're going back to Philly. And yes, it was on his helmet. Let's see. Well, this is a tough one. Oh, man, I have no idea who this is. I would not know this, but Uncle Rich does. Uncle Rich with the point. It is James Joseph. Wow. James Joseph. Uncle Rich. 21 points. Oh, here's our gold card. Our gold card for the Los Angeles Rams. He was from Steeltown, PA. Not Jerome Bettis. That's a good guess, though, based on the because it looks like this guy's a rookie. Not Henry Ellard, not Isaac Bruce. I'm going to give the point to Mike DiFrancesco. Am I correctly pronouncing your name? DiFrancesco? We're going to give it to Mike. It is Troy Drayton. I'm going to give you credit for Dayton. Troy Drayton. That was Mike. Mike D. Okay. First point for Mike. And now, oh, baby, this brings back some childhood memories. Chicago Bears. One of my favorites here. Scotty Dubs. I knew Scotty would get this one. Neil Anderson is correct. I've got to set him aside. Scotty got that one. Okay. Here we go to Indy. Sayers. Indianapolis Colts. Wide receiver. Not Andre Rison. Not Daniels. I think somebody will get this. Flipping Sports Guy does. Clarence Verdon. Yeah, I thought that would be answered. Flipping Sports Guy with 12 points. A couple more left. What? We're down to 4, I think. Okay. Cardinals. See, where were they in the timeline? They were no longer the St. Louis Cardinals. They might have been the Phoenix Cardinals. Could be the Arizona Cardinals by this point. 1993, they might have still been the Phoenix Cardinals. Okay, no and no. Uncle Rich says green. That is incorrect. Moore, that is incorrect. Flipping Sports Guy knows it. Randall Hill. Randall Hill, Flipping Sports Guy. On a roll today. 13 points. 3 to go. We've got the Jets, Jets. Got a defensive player here. Quite the career. I'm going to give the point to Mike on this one. It is James Hasty. James Hasty is correct. So Hardy is 2. Hardy's an actual name. And I'm not going to give misspelling credit for that. So I'll give it to Mike D on that. 2 to go. 2 to go. Denver Broncos. Nose tackle. Think you'll get this one. Shane's trying to figure out to channel his 7-year-old memory. Not Kadish. It is Cragen. It is Cragen. Greg Cragen. Flipping Sports Guy. And, oh, here we go. I know you'll get this one. This guy was a burner. He was a stud wide receiver. Uncle Rich is correct. Willie Gault. Willie Gault. Uncle Rich. Okay, and that concludes our 1993 Topps Football Name That Player. So, where is the scores and standings? We've got Scotty Dubs, got a couple points today, maintains his big lead. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 points for Scotty Dubs. Uncle Rich has, 5, 10, 15, 22 points in second place. But we've got some guys catching up. Card Hobbyist with a point today moves up to 18. So he's catching up into second place on Uncle Rich. And then we go to Flipping Sports Guy. Made a nice run today. 14 points for Flipping Sports Guy. Nick Budden hasn't played in a couple weeks, and he's still at 11 points. Nick, where are you at? Let's see. Shane Zager, where are you at? He's watching in replay, so he'll be watching in the future. Let's see. Where are we at? 9 points for Flawed Thinker. 8 points for Mookie Chilson. Michael Renicky, 5 points. Michael with a couple points today. Minneapolis Kid has 4. 3 each for Terry McDaniel and Korean Cardboard. 2 points for D Young Cards, Brian M., Christian, and Mike DeFrancesco with both of his points today. 1 point for Bink Scott, Travis Bogart, Sal Dougie, and Boyhood Breaks. So I think we'll go back to baseball next week. Already in June next week. So with that, the free-for-all is complete. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. No Hobby Evolution tomorrow morning, but I will see you if you're at the Madison Card Show. Come out to check out the Madison Card Show tomorrow, 9 to 3, 125 sold-out tables, free admission at the Sheraton Hotel on John Nolan Drive. Stick around and go have a brat across the street at Bratfest. Taking the stage tomorrow night is Slaughter. Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses on stage tonight at Bratfest. So Sunday morning, we'll be on sometime probably 8:30 Central Time, Sunday morning, and I'll review the Madison Card Show. I probably won't review Bratfest because I likely won't go. So with that, I'm out. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow at the Madison Card Show. If not, I'll see you Sunday.